Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. If you are new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. So welcome to episode 2 of Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call. This is a new series that I dedicated to helping you through your spiritual journey, making spirituality accessible and fun for you. Okay, so in this episode, I kind of just wanted to focus on one main theme, which is deep satisfaction. Okay, so I just got done doing a channeled message, which will probably be uploaded before this video, and it's in combination with what I'm wanting to talk about today, which is essentially letting go of this idea of being deeply attached to outcomes and controlling the situation and trying to, just like you try to do that with life, instead of just like enjoying what is available here. So I wanted to discuss a bit of my story. That's usually how I teach, is through my own personal experiences. And then we're also going to focus just on the theme. So the thing that we're struggling with here is what keeps us from accessing a deep sense of satisfaction within us. It's usually our thoughts, right? It's when you're up here all the time and you're just so focused on how you think something should be, or, trying to hold control. And I think especially when you're going through a spiritual awakening or a stage of awakening, it calls for you to surrender. So it's like the very thing that we weren't taught. We weren't taught how to surrender. That's not what life told us or society taught us. Society taught us like we need to control. We need to like do something to fix the situation. We need to get out of this situation. You don't just, sit in the muck of it. You got to like fix it somehow. But what I'm coming to learn and understand for myself is that having a deep satisfaction within myself, it has nothing to do with achievement. It has nothing to do with obtaining anything. It has nothing to do with the awakening. Like, it has nothing to do with achieving an awakening. It has nothing to do with achieving levels of spirituality. All it has to do with me accepting myself as I am. So I just want you to kind of melt in that for a moment and just take a moment to acknowledge you don't have to do anything, or go anywhere to get what you need. I know that sounds really bizarre, but I'm talking about, so for example, your abundance, it's an idea, right? It's an energy. The only thing that your abundance needs to come to you is for you to align with it. That's why working really hard can help you to manifest, because you're telling yourself, well, I'm deserving of abundance after I put in all of this work. Or I'm deserving of the dream relationship because I've gone to a coach, a counselor, a therapist, and I've journaled. Now I'm deserving of the dream relationship, right? But really all it has to do with it is you acknowledging you do have to do inner work, right? It's the inner work. But the interesting thing about awakening and the inner work is what it mainly has to do with is it has to do with you shedding false identities. You shedding this mentality and this idea that I have to work really hard to create this situation for me. I am now embracing this idea of chucking the vision board. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I've always wondered, I'm not really, I like to visualize. I'm a fantasy person. I like to visualize, but I'm more about being in the moment. I'm more about how I feel in the moment, in the experience. And I'm more interested in what am I going to do when I get a chance to be in the moment? I don't want to know all of the details. I just want to show up and I want to see how can I make this a party? How can I make this fun? I'm not saying you don't have to prep for anything, but I'm just saying how can I just show up and enjoy this? So sit in that and allow yourself to embrace this. You don't have to do anything to be worthy, to bring abundance to you, other than the inspired action when you feel called to it. Someone else's reaction to you or their judgment towards you, the numbers, the likes, the subscribes, the followers, it has nothing to do with you, your worth. All of that is already in you. You've already experienced it just by existing. Just by existing, just by breathing, you're already there. Can you sit with that for a minute? That's crazy, right? I was like literally meditating on that thought the other today, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing." Like, I don't have to do anything. It has nothing to do with numbers. That's why the numbers, they're not satisfying. I've worked to achieve for so long, and I'm like, oh, if I just achieve and I get better at this, then I'll be liked. But I'm so unhappy, like almost immediately. And I'm like, dang, why am I so unhappy? Why is that even just a little bit? It's so dissatisfying. It's so dissatisfying. It's easy to tell myself if I haven't gotten it or if I haven't achieved it that obviously when I do, it will make me happy. Why are you putting off your own happiness and contentment and deep contentment within yourself? You're already here. This is the deep satisfaction, deep contentment I want you to embrace for yourself. And then it's from this energy you're going to feel like a pull to experiences. You're going to be like, ooh, I want to sing a song. I want to write a book right now. From this energy, from this vibration. I feel inspired to, I don't know, go dancing. I feel inspired to take a trip. I feel inspired to like go over and say hi to that person. Because now I feel like I'm tuned into my worthiness. Everything else is a false identity. Any limiting belief, even the limiting belief that, oh, I can only get a million subscribers. That's a limiting belief. Who cares about the numbers? What does that have to do with who you are? And how you get to experience being alive? And just existing alone is enough. We have been miseducated. People tell us if we don't do anything, if we don't get up and act and like get a job and apply and try, that we're missing something. We're not doing it right. But actually, it's the opposite. Do less, get quiet, and really sink into that deep sense of satisfaction. It's already here. Now you feel compelled. Now you feel inspired. Now you know what you need to do. Your next steps. Not saying you know everything, but you know the next steps. You have everything you need right now. Just like let that sink into you right now. Where are you feeling that? I'm feeling it here. And I'm feeling it like actually all through my body probably, but definitely feeling it in my chest, and I'm definitely feeling it in my gut too. It's like this deep sense of satisfaction within myself. I don't have to wait. What? I don't have to wait to feel happy? What? That's crazy. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Your happiness has nothing to do with how the world responds to you. People get to experience you because you're alive. Because you're alive. It's when you recognize your own inner worth, your own inner aliveness. Being alive is your worth. That's your currency. You're saying, well, what do I have to offer to people? What do I have to offer to the world? You. Your life force. You're alive. That's what you have to offer to people. There isn't a measurement of worth. It doesn't exist because there ain't none. There need not be any. You are exactly where you need to be. And there was always a fear for me. I'm like, I have this like detachment, right? Where I'm like, I'm not interested in the job. I'm not interested in the degree. I'm not interested in the money. All of that is just surface stuff and it doesn't make me happy. But when I focus on my deep sense of inner satisfaction, anything can make me happy. Or anything is a dialogue in which I get to be happy. Now, because I'm seeing life in a new way, right? I'm shifting my perception. Now everything makes me happy. Oh, that guy yelled at me? That's hilarious. I wonder what's going on with him. Oh, wow. Look at that. It was a success. Awesome. Everything gets to be colored in rose-colored lenses. Everything, because you're seeing yourself and your worth clearly. How interesting is that? Life tells you don't be too happy, don't get excited. Life is hard. Life doesn't tell you, but people, society. But you let the universe re-educate you. Let the universe re-educate you. The wisdom is in the body. This body, this soul, the soul here has experienced many lifetimes. It already knows. And it knows why it's here. It knows why it chose this experience. It's wondering if you know. It's actually not wondering anything, but it's open. It's open to you knowing. When are you going to wake up to your own magic? It's here. It's not out there. Not out there. It's here. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video. I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. Sit and actually meditate on. So what I did basically is I shut the TV off and I just laid there and I stared at the ceiling and I didn't think about anything. I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't focused on any kind of thought. I was just like, let me just sink into my body and just be like, what's that connection, right? Or I just wanted to connect with myself. I wanted to connect with my soul. I guess I set a slight intention to do that. And it was just, this happiness just came bubbling out of me. And bubbling out. And it just, for nothing. It's like in nothing, you find everything. Okay. I'm going to officially end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're interested in any of my other content, it's all available for you to watch and enjoy. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or evening and continue to recognize your inner inherent birthright worth.